Hello everybody and welcome back to the Midnight Tech YouTube channel. I apologize for the background noise. Tonight's a work night, but I felt like making a video. So today I'm going to show something that saved my fingers a lot of times with making basically thousands of my power pucks, especially when it comes to assembly work. And it is these three items. So the first one is a little vibratory sorter for $40. No real brand on it on Amazon. I'm not bothered even translating anything on it, but this thing is super nice. You plug it in via USB, put a fistful of screws in here, vibrates them all into a nice little grid where you can actually pick them up with a magnetic bit, and just saves a lot of time. Put a handful of them in there, shake off the ones that are loose, and then you have a nice organized tray of screws for your magnetic bits to grab. It's like the best. The cool part about this one is it has a bunch of different trays for different size screws, so it's super stinking handy. I picked this up for 40 bucks on Amazon about a year and a half ago, and it has been a lifesaver when it comes to my hands. The next item is this screw gun. Compared to this, where it's kind of a no brand, the screw gun. This is a MXBAOHENG, MXBAOHENG. I'll put it in the description. $114. This is a adjustable torque drive gun for, well, screws. We'll take any standard torque head bit, and you can adjust how many, I think it was micronewtons or something like that. I'd have to look at the manual again to know what the actual measurement is. I may have it set up for. But this thing is freaking amazing if you're putting screws in constantly. Instead of having to get your big normal screw gun out, align the screw, and having this plus a spring balancer. This one is another cheap one. It's just another generic brand. This was 12 bucks. Get this and pair it with this right above my workbench with this. It's so nice just being able to, like, just literally get a screw on there and just drive it into things. It's super nice and convenient being able to do that. Especially if you're only doing assembly work. The only thing that sucks about these is, despite it being more ergonomic than a screw gun, just because it fits in basically a closed fist with your pointer finger being the trigger, is the forward and reverse is just kind of inconvenient if you're doing and undoing screws constantly. If you're just doing assembly work and it's always on forward, it's super stinking nice. I've had this for probably 3 years now, and I've put thousands and thousands of screws into power pucks and doing assembly work with it. I have 2 more on the way for different assembly stations and different shipping handling stations, even though it's just me, just because I don't like moving these around. I like having workstations now at this point. It's easier than hauling equipment from station to station. But yeah, it is super nice. The only thing about these is you got to be careful with is that if you're using a spring balancer, that is your connection. That's it. That teeny tiny little hunk of plastic, that ring, that's where your spring balancer goes. So eventually I might release something on makers or something like that where it's something stronger than this when it breaks, but we'll get to that one that breaks. What I'm releasing in the meantime is they kind of want you to screw this to the wall and have this like hanging. I made a cage for the transformer for this. That way it can actually slide in and you can mount the cage up, and it keeps this all nice and secured. I'll have that on Maker World as well in the description. But yeah, if you're doing a lot of assembly work by hand and using a normal screw gun, this is under $200 total to get these 3 items. Just get them. Save your hands, save your fingers from carpal tunnel. It's amazing. I've used these. These actually have been the handiest items I have bought for Midnight Tech so far, like just straight up. So give them a look. I figured I'd make a quick video because I had some time tonight. So we'll see you on the next review. Bye bye.